Hi friends. So when you have leftover cauliflower, what do? Well, I'm going to show you how to make a really quick meal. Again, I like quick and I like easy because this is the society we live in these days, right? But it's going to be a shepherd's pie, super easy, easy peasy is what I say. And if you don't have time to cut up an onion, or you just feel like it's just not enough time, I've got onion that is frozen. You can actually take your own onions and freeze them, so if you feel like they're going to go bad, I do that too. But for convenience, I am adding to my meat, I just wanted to tell you that really fast, is frozen onion. And if you can hear it sizzling, I have the meat and the onion cooking together. And I'm going to be adding some more onion. This is going to be minced onion. And garlic powder. And y'all know what's coming next for flavor. Because Mama doesn't use hardly any salt. She uses salt, but it's chicken bouillon. Chicken powder. Okay. And then, of course, our leftover mash. So here we go. I will turn you around. My friends, so my meat is cooking with its onion. The only thing I forgot to mention is that I did add a little bit of ginger. And when I say, I've already added it, and I don't want to waste it. But when I say, well, I guess I should show you. When I say that, I mean about that much. Alright, I'll have to use this in something else. Okay, so that is just to give the meat a little bit of flavor right now. I don't want to add my seasonings because I will be degreasing this meat so that my casserole does not, get wet, too wet. Because I want some, but not all of this. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I will be back and show you how I degrease this. Be right back. And so I just use a colander and a coffee can because I don't want grease down my sink. I live in a very old home, and believe me, the pipes in this house would not appreciate the grease. So what I do is I just do that, degrease it. You don't want to degrease all of it, but a lot of it. All right. That'll be good. And I shall return. All right, my friends, that aroma of that ginger in this meat is amazing. Now, if you don't like ginger, you don't have to put ginger in here. You could just put garlic, cilantro, anything you want. But this, of course, is a minced pie. So, I like ginger in it. You may not. Now, I'm going to show you a thing that if you don't want to use a tablespoon, this is a tablespoon and this is a tablespoon. Okay, guys? Let me prove it to you. The other day, I did seasonings in my meat and someone thought it was just way too much. You don't have to put what I put. But this is a tablespoon. Look. See that? Alright, so I may just sprinkle half of that in here for flavor. Remember, I'm not using salt, so I need flavor in my meat. Everyone does. I'm going to put a little bit of minced. I will put a whole tablespoon of minced onion. And that just binds it when I go to put the cheese. Because I will be putting cheese. Yes, I will. Put a little bit garlic. That's plenty. You put whatever floats your boat. Whatever your taste likes. Okay? And I shall return. And so now it's time to assemble. It's very easy. You need cheese of any kind. Now, I like to use cheddar cheese, but I don't have any today. So this is why I like Mama's in the Kitchen, because it is what it is. It's what you have, right? I'm going to use mozzarella cheese, and I cut my own mozzarella when I bring it home. I buy it in a block, and then I just cut slices up. And so we're going to use these slices. Cheddar would make it maybe look a little prettier, but you know, this will be more like a minced pie, right? All right, be right back. When I say minced, I meant shepherd's pie. A blooper. My friends, so basically you're just going to assemble. You've got your meat all spiced up with the onion. Yum, yum, yum. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put about half of what I have. Half of what I have. And I want it to kind of be creamy and good. So I'm just going to cut some cheese and layer it. So that way, when I go to serve my husband, you'll be able to cut through it because that cheese will make it gooey and bind, okay? All right, and then I'm going to add the rest of it on top of that. That was just 2 slices. That's the rest of it. See, I didn't have, it's just my husband and I. You guys, you choose how much meat you're going to use. And then I'm going to add more to this layer. Another 2 slices. And my slices are not that thick. All right. Then we are going to add the cauliflower mash. Now, I had a little bit of cheddar left in one of my other bags, and so I added it. So if you're looking and you see something orangey, I added a little bit of cheddar to the cauliflower. All right, and you might want to spread it around, make it look pretty. And then guess what? I'm going to add a little bit more. I mean, how delicious is this? And it took 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy. I'll be right back. I'm going to stick it in an oven. Here, let me talk to you up here. I'm going to put it in an oven at 350 for about, you're basically just warming everything through for about 15-20 minutes. If you want 400, you can do it at 400. It's going to be a little less time, between 10 and 15 minutes. All right, be right back. I'm going over to the oven, but before I went to the oven, I added a sprinkle of pepper. Okay. My friends, let's do a little coffee talk while I am waiting for the oven. So, basically, I know that a lot of the ingredients I use today is not what we use for this shepherd's pie, most cases, right? But I'm trying to teach you to not feel so intimidated when you come home and go, oh, well, I don't have this and I don't have that in the refrigerator to make this. So, oh, what do I do? You find ways to make it your way, right? Make the recipes yours. If you don't have cheddar cheese like I didn't, I wouldn't. It's not usually with cheddar cheese, right? But this is low carb, high fat, and I like it with cheese, so I make it with cheese. You may not like it with cheese. All Mama's trying to say is do not feel intimidated if you don't like certain things that I'm putting in it. You might like it another way, and try it that way. I used to hear people say all the time, but I don't have, they look in the refrigerator and they go, but there's nothing to eat. And then I'd look in the refrigerator and go, yeah, you got this, this, this. Oh, let's make this. You got to be, you got to be that type of person, because in these days, we don't always have the groceries we need for that particular thing, right? I can understand main ingredients. I'm talking about simple things like leftovers. How do you make cauliflower again into something delicious? This is the way, you know? So I hope you're enjoying Mamas in the Kitchen. I hope that you're understanding that all I want to do is share, because I care. And I want you to be able to go in the kitchen and make things quickly, easy. Don't be intimidated of the stove. Don't be intimidated of cooking. You know, it can be fun. It can be amazing when your children, your husband, your significant other says, "Wow, that was delicious." and it was you that made it, right? All right, I'm waiting for it to come out of the oven. I will show you the finished product. I'm going to let it cool a little bit so that I can have some, and we'll plate it up together. Be right back. That not look delicious, but I did forget, Mama did forget something in the ingredients. If you want to add vegetables, peas and carrots, Taco's about to bark because there's food, right? Stop. You can add peas and carrots or any vegetable that you like to the meat, okay? And if you want a little bit of gravy in it, you just put the lid on top and let it allow to, make its juices. So anyway, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that. But we usually just eat it like this with the hamburger meat and the cauliflower, and the cheese makes it binds it. Let me see that. And it is keto friendly. I'm going to take a bite, a big one. Let me tell you something. That ginger, you don't want to put too much, but you do want some. Taste it if you like it. Some people don't like ginger. I can understand that. And it's not the traditional recipe. So this is just Mama. What does she cook with the cauliflower after she's made so much of it, right? So good. I share because I care. I hope, again, you share, you care. Help me out if you like it. And I love you. And Mama will return with another recipe. Would y'all like to see Taco? Where is he? Where is you? Do you approve? Do you approve? Huh? Yeah, yes. He approves. All right, guys. I love you. And again, I'll see you when I see you. Bye.